Adam Warlock's MCU introduction in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 may have fallen victim to one of Marvel's oldest problems, but the film also showed how it can be fixed going forward. Since the team's MCU debut, the Guardians have become beloved in the universe for their quick-witted humor and comedic family dynamic. It has translated into every member of the team over time. However, the Guardians still suffered from one of Marvel's most common team problems. In just about every MCU hero team that the franchise has introduced so far, there's always been a character who existed for the sake of comic relief, and it's common in the Marvel comics too. Drax's straightforward and unapologetic nature made him the perfect fit for this trope in the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise, and it seems like the MCU is setting up Adam Warlock to take over this role amongst the Guardians. It may seem like a dooming fate for Adam to become the assigned comedic character, but the way Drax's story concludes in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 ending proves that's not the case. Adam Warlock has a comedy problem, but Drax's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 arc shows how to fix it. Adam Warlock was teased at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 as the Sovereign's ultimate secret weapon. From blasting through no-fear to healing from his wounds, he's already shown that he's one of the Guardians franchise's strongest villains. However, despite his power, much of Adam's presence in Volume 3 ended up being for some comedic relief. His naivete to the world provided some great quips, but this has raised concerns that this is all his character will be. Drax was introduced as a character with a similar role, as even his serious desire to avenge his family started to get mixed into the jokes. While it was fun to laugh along with Drax's inability to understand metaphors, many longed for some more depth to his character. Luckily, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 delivered exactly that. The film showed Drax's heart with how he was able to connect with the Star Children, and he got a meaningful ending as he became a father figure to them. Drax's Volume 3 story arc proves that over time, Adam's presence on the team will surely develop into something more meaningful. Adam Warlock's arc already hints at how he can be more than comic relief. Adam's childish nature is easily explained by his premature release from his birthing pod. That means that Adam Warlock has a bright future in the MCU as his powers start to fully develop to their full potential, but it also means that his personality will inevitably grow too. Many of Adam's jokes are about the inner turmoil he faces, questioning his life and existence. In a way, that sets up a more serious story for him if the MCU wants to lean into that going forward. Adam can still retain his comedic nature, but future phases can go into how that comedy is his way of coping with his universal purpose. The MCU is no stranger to comedy, and the original Guardians were always known for their humor. For a while, it seemed like being the comic relief was all Drax would ever be, but Volume 3 gave him a rewarding conclusion with depth. Adam Warlock is the future of the Guardians team, and while his role now seems to be the comic relief, Drax's Volume 3 arc proves that he can still have a meaningful future. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has already hinted at ways that Adam can be more than his humor and shows how the MCU has time to grow his character to its full potential.